Shout out to our sponsor, Loot Anime.
Loot Anime is a really cool subscription crate that sends you anime and manga goodies for only $24.95 each month.
You can get $3 off a new subscription if you use offer code THEKNOW. Don't say we never did anything nice for you.
Welcome to The Know, I'm Meg Turney.
I'm Ashley Jenkins.
Just when you thought Hollywood had pilfered through enough of your childhood, they haven't. They're back at it again.
You were so naive. Word around Pallet Town is that a top secret auction is underway to acquire rights to a live-action Pokemon movie.
Gotta adapt them all.
Pokemon!
According to The Hollywood Reporter, the Pokemon Company has been shopping a big-budget live-action adaptation of the popular video game and animated series around Hollywood recently, and things are starting to get intense in the negotiations.
Only the most evolved of Hollywood's pocket monsters are suitable for this bidding war. So far, we've got Warner Brothers, Sony, and Legendary Entertainment in the mix.
You are not cool enough to train me! Sony abuses reboot. It's effective, but we're all sad.
How weird would it be if Sony's movie arm holds the rights to an exclusive Nintendo series? It'd be like Flamethrower meets Hydro Pump.
They go back and forth. As for the top contender in nabbing these film rights, Warner Brothers is said to be the Pokemon Company's starter here. They went after the rights most aggressively early on, in part because they were already released 3 of the previous animated Pokemon films, including the first movie in 1999, which I totally waited in line for, and its 2 sequels.
While Sony itself is said to be, quote, very interested, it's now Legendary Entertainment that's emerged as the frontrunner to nab the movie away from Warner Brothers.
Which might be just a little awkward, considering that Legendary is now owned by a Chinese company. Long-standing tensions between Japan and China have led to a 3-year ban on all Japanese films coming to the country, which has only been lifted last year.
Yeah, Legendary was acquired back in January of this year by Dalian Wanda Group, a Chinese investment and media firm. The acquisition is considered by many to be a sign of the current sea change happening for entertainment on a global level. I mean, China's box office business is expected to pass ours by the end of next year.
Yeah, ownership changes aside, you're probably more familiar than you realize with Legendary's work. They're the studio that put out Jurassic World, The Dark Knight, Inception, Man of Steel, Godzilla, Pacific Rim, which we just mentioned.
Pacific Rim.
And most of those were actually distributed by Warner Brothers.
Besides comic book flicks, Legendary has adapted Jack the Giant Slayer from the popular children's story, as well as Where the Wild Things Are, so some varying success there. They are also the production company adapting the World of Warcraft movie, so safe to say they like applying an epic scale to their adaptations.
Yeah, it actually, the Warcraft movie looks fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. For Warner Brothers' part, they've distributed Speed Racer, ouch, Scooby-Doo,
I like
ouch,
Speed Racer.
and Dennis the Menace Live. Were you on acid?
Yes.
Fair enough. I will give that to you, madam.
This, of course, would be just the latest in a long line of recent Hollywood attempts to cross popular animated or video game properties over into the live-action realm. It's an easy market to tap into when you're fresh out of other ideas.
And considering just how huge Pokemon is as a brand, I mean, it's a good idea.
I mean,
Seriously.
who doesn't know about Pokemon?
Yeah, exactly. It was only a matter of time, really.
The Monster Hunting franchise now has more than 60 games, including spin-offs, before anyone wants to correct that, and they've sold more than 270 million units globally. And that's not including the card games, 18 movies, and nearly 1,000 episodes of the animated series.
Go, Pikachu, go! For a while, Hollywood was keen to ignore live-action video game adaptations, in part because of how big of a flop the original Super Mario Bros. Movie was, but lately they have been turning their eye back to the medium.
You think we can thank Angelina Jolie for that?
I think so, absolutely.
We're
And then
gonna
you
do
can
it.
also scold the Resident
And
Evil
her
movies
boobs.
for it.
It's hard to ignore video games now that in terms of raw revenue, the industry completely eclipses the film business. As a result, we've got a number of upcoming video game movies like Portal, supposedly, Splinter Cell, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Minecraft, Angry Birds. You get the idea. Then we'll see how many of them actually make it through development hell.
Yes. There are actually dozens of video game movie adaptations in some stage of development that could surprise you. Apparently, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Raving Rabbids, and Rampage all have movies coming as well.
What do you want to bet they want Raving Rabbits to be the next Minions?
Oh, absolutely.
You could also just hold out hope for that Sonic the Hedgehog movie that's gonna mix live action and computer animation. Doesn't that sound great?
No.
No,
it
it
doesn't sound great. Space Jam did
Surprise.
it, and you can't, and that's it. Of course, Pokemon is doubly attractive because it was also a popular animated series.
The perfect way to synergize all of your cash grabs. Kids TV and toy properties are another form of new hotness for Hollywood because everyone knows that nostalgia is the greatest threat to our wallets.
Us gamers are often quite familiar with nostalgia bugs because they bite us all the time.
I know, I just bought Final Fantasy IX. I don't know why, I couldn't help it. But hey, here at Rooster Teeth, we've made movies, or,
Yes.
movies. So we figured we'd help the studio out with some casting decisions. We know from experience that can be pretty tough, so let us help you
Yeah.
make the perfect Pokemon movie.
Our totally unquestionable and perfect castings for a live-action Pokemon movie includes
John Cena for the internet crowd.
of course, Vin Diesel, for those of you who love their Pokemon fast and or furious.
Meg.
Yeah.
Brock
Me.
Lesnar as Brock.
Jennifer Lawrence as Misty.
The Mountain as Pikachu.
And Andy Serkis as all of the other Pokemon, because he will mocap them all.
Yeah, let's not forget about Morgan Freeman as Professor Oak.
Or alternatively, Ben Affleck as Batman, as a professor and a Pokemon trainer. He could be everything. Do you Hyper Beam? You will.
And probably Chris Pratt, because he's like in every movie ever right now.
We love him so much. He's already trained raptors, of course, so maybe he could have like an army of Charmanders and he'll
Oh, he
never
could be
leave
a
them in
gym
the
leader.
rain. Oh, I
Yes.
love it.
All right, see Hollywood, look, we cast everything, we even whitewashed your movie for you, just the way you like. You can go ahead and write the checks now. Oh, wait.
Yeah, jokes aside, while news of a live-action Pokemon movie might make you want to, just die, the animated series is actually decent enough proof that property can translate across mediums really, really well.
But part of what makes the animated series work is that it can still keep the spirit of collection that's the draw for so many gamers. It's gonna be a little bit harder to pull that off in a shorter movie, though not impossible. I mean, they've done plenty of movies.
Yeah, then again, the animated movies did have a really good time with this, and they did a good job, although with varying degrees of success. Really, I only saw the first one. A live-action film would probably focus on just one legendary Pokemon or two, the way the first animated film did, which was great.
Well, I mean, although that would suck. I mean, part of Pokemon's all about the collection. But, the live-action Super Bowl commercial was pretty cool. Although that was the Pokemon Company, and I'm sure Pokemon Company had a controlling hand in that one. They kept a tight grip.
Yeah, which may or may not be the case when Hollywood gets their hands on this movie. As we've seen time and time again, Hollywood could fuck up anything. Sometimes they completely ignore the source material. Their attacks against our childhoods have been super effective.
What do you guys think of a potential live-action Pokemon movie? Want to challenge our casting decisions? Let us know your best picks in the comments.
Come at us, bros. By the way, Bulbasaur is the best starter. Fuck it up down there in the comments.
shit.
For more updates on
Now
how
we're in
Hollywood
trouble.
wants to ransack all of your childhood feels, like this video and subscribe to the Know. Bulbasaur's the best. Bring it, Charmander, bitches.
Thanks to Loot Anime for sponsoring this update.
Loot Anime sends you over $60 worth of cool stuff, starting at $24.95 each month.
Every crate has a theme, and this month's theme is music to celebrate Hatsune Miku's US tour.
You'll also get stuff from Show by Rock, Your Lie in April, Hypersonic Music Club, and more.
The crates keep selling out though, so if you're thinking of grabbing one, take Schwarzenegger's advice and do it.